All right, Shalom. Let me get back into this lesson. I'm going to entitle this lesson, The Biggest Lie That's Ever Been Told. Breaking back into this image that's seared, that's embedded in most of our people's minds to this very day. So let me get more into this video. 1 second.
Calendar. That image on that wall calendar struck a deep chord with people all around the world. Soon, the head of Christ began showing up in people's homes, offices, and churches.
You know, it's on pencils, it's on postcards, it's on cups, it's on covers of Bibles, it's in practice.
See, that's what you call religious propaganda, right? This is why Jake hate their own selves, because they see themselves as nobody, right? And this was a calculated move, agenda to push this so-called false white superiority, right?
Every church, and one time it was in every school.
Their first initial order was 100,000, and it was absorbed within 60 days. That's how fast it was selling through. And then after their first year, they had launched his Head of Christ. It went to 1 million. And then as we have progressed with sales over the year, it's actually come to over 1 billion products that we have produced with.
And why is this so? Because so-called white America is going to support this because it empowers them, right? They control most of the resources, the money, right? They have most of the wealth, so they're going to propel this image, right? As you saw it done, and it's still done to this very day. Nothing really has changed, right? Now the knowledge and wisdom is out, but the same so-called white supremacy still stands, right? So no one has challenged this until the Lord roses up through the Spirit, right, to put the truth out. But prior to this, our people just assumed that this was the truth, but actually it was the biggest lie that's ever been told in history. And this empowers so-called white America, Edomite America, right? Because they have the resources to push this.
The specific images of Christ. During World War II, a Richmond man named Carl Dooning was inspired by Solomons Head of Christ. He started a ministry called Christ in Every Purse. That ministry first began as a way to inspire the men from his church fighting overseas in the war. Eventually, the effort was supported by the Salvation Army.
He wrote them letters, and inside each letter he enclosed this Head of Christ card, and he had a script on that. It was changed over the years, but it said something to the effect, this card will help you in your thinking. So when those soldiers were in complex situations where their life may be in danger, or other times they could reflect on this picture that would remind them of the presence of God.
I've heard many stories from the servicemen where they kept it in their pocket with them beside their family's picture. And we've heard stories where it's actually saved their life because they had that piece of art to relate to. And
That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The Most High to kill and make alive, he won't, he heal. He determine who's going to live and who's going to die. That no fucking picture. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get all into this. Give me 1 second. And you see how much delusional the Edomites are. It's like going to Willy Wonka chocolate factory, imaginary place, and they created their own God, right, that looked like them, right, and created these sayings like you got this figure of speech with what Jivas do. And it has mentally poison our people. That's why Jake is a nut job. Most of our people are mentally confused when it comes to so-called religion. They have no clue what is going on, and they're gonna stay in this demented state of mind. So let me read this. But that's a lot of history there that our people know nothing of. It says at the top, after the war, groups in Oklahoma and Indiana conducted broad campaigns to distribute the picture across. Matter of fact, this is the same article that I had went into yesterday, my last lesson. So the same context, right? Let's go back into this right here. It says, check this out, and it's something that you need to. It's very important that you know this. Even if you're a so-called white person watching this lesson, your ass gonna learn today, right? It says, to get back into this, it says after the war, groups in Oklahoma and Indiana conducted broad campaigns to distribute the picture across private and public spheres. It says a Lutheran organizer of the effort in Indiana said that there ought to be card carrying Christians, right? So this is this new creation of what a Christian is. The true Christians were the Israelites, but they redefined what a Christian is, and they came into the likeness of a so-called white man, white America, so-called. Check this out. It says to counter the effect of card-carrying communists, copies of Salmon's Head of Christ. Check this out. This is very important. Were placed in public libraries, public schools, police departments, and community centers, and even in courtrooms. It says one photograph from 1962 shows Vice President Lyndon Johnson posing reverently beside a copy of the picture sent to him in Washington. Check this out. Today, the portrait of so-called Jesus is still found in both Protestant and Catholic churches. Enjoys fond use of Mormons, Latinos, Native Americans, and African Americans. Hangs in the Christian homes in Africa, Latin America, Asia, and Eastern Europe. Well, there you go. All right. That's called religious propaganda because the propaganda came with the pictures, right? First, the so called white man, Warren Salmon, engineered the picture, right? And then the government, right? And, the alphabet boys, it goes deep than you can really understand. They always in cahoots to make sure that this got pushed throughout the whole world, right? So they can indoctrinate and brainwash and pretty much mess your mind up, right? Let's go here. So we thank Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua for waking us about this nightmare, this lie, the biggest lie that's ever been told. Second, and let me say this too, and so-called white people, right? They deflect. I've been seeing like a lot of that so-called white people when it comes to the Bible, they so delusional, they don't want to deal with the facts. So what they start doing is deflecting. First they'll say we're extremists just to get our people to get on their side and to think they're gonna not value, they're gonna think they're gonna discredit what we're saying. You can't discredit the truth. The truth is the truth, right? That's why the truth don't change. And that's what you Edomites and our people don't understand. You can't do nothing against this. It's the truth. 2 Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imagination. So casting down whatever was in your mind. And that part of what the building block of Christianity is, the modern form of Christianity is that image, right? The image is blanketed, saturated everybody's mind. It says in every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. We give you the knowledge from heaven. If you can understand that, if you can really believe that. This is from the heavens, right? This is from the throne of the highest power conceivable, right? And bringing into captivity every thought. So the thoughts that you once thought, you know what I'm saying, especially pertaining to so-called Christianity, because there's a lot of lies that you was taught in Christianity, a lot of sayings that you was taught in Christianity that ain't even in the Bible, a lot of behavior, a lot of mannerisms you was taught that ain't got nothing to do with the truth. It says bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach. So it has to mesh in with the truth. And it ain't the truth, right? It's a lie. It's just simple as that. We don't bring no confusion your way. It said, let your yea be yea and let your nay be nay. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. It ain't no in between shit over here, right? So let's go on. Let's go here. Let's go to this word deflect. And let me say this too, right? I've been noticing this with so-called white America, these Edomites. I'm gonna do another lesson going into this so-called Edomite scholar. I'm gonna go into some scripture and tear down his whole argument, right? So with the Edomites and these scholars and so-called scholars, right? What they'll do is deflect. So what they'll do to get our people to, get in, like get on their side, for lack of better words, they'll just call us names, right? They'll say you're extremists, you guys are radical, you guys are a hate group, right? And all these things are done to deflect, right, from the truth. They're not dealing with the truth of the matter. They're not saying that we're wrong about the scriptures, but they're deflecting you because they're trying to get you distracted, right? It says deflect, cause something to change direction by interposing something. It says turn aside from straight course. Let's go to some similar words. And what these Edomites good at doing too, what they'll say to try to discredit what we say is they'll say y'all don't have any formal education, right? Formal education for us, theologian school, right? But I'm gonna go to a scripture that proves that this already built inside of our DNA. We don't need to go to no seminary school, right? The Lord already knew us, and the truth is what makes us, makes us validate us, right? Because the truth is the truth, and the elect men and women will be able to understand that. It says turn aside, divert. It says sidetrack, and Jake is easily influenced by these Edomites because they still look up to the Edomites as the authority source, right? That's how messed up they is, our people. It says distract. It says block. You stop, right? You get the gist of it, right? So their job is to deflect the truth, right? Because they the wicked. I mean, just what it is. Give me 1 second. 1 second, Salakia. Right. So I'm gonna show you an example how we don't get to choose, right, who's gonna, be men of the Lord and all this. We can't go to no seminary school and get this knowledge and wisdom and understanding. It has to be built inside of our DNA. And that's the best way I can explain it to you. Because Jake, what our people don't understand is like by us being the Israelites, that the Lord will raise up teachers, prophets, men of the Lord, etc., to teach this word correctly, right? And we will be the authority source, whether you can believe that or not. It says Jeremiah 1 and 5, and we don't need no validation from no seminary school, right? College or nothing like that. Because when you go to those seminary schools, they teaching you, they're making you conform to the so-called white man version of Christianity, the way they want you to teach, right? It says Jeremiah 1 and 5. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So the Most High already knew our spirit, right? We don't have to go to no seminary school and get no formal training from the so-called white man, the devil, right? So what we're going to teach you so-called white man Christianity? That's insanity. And before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nation. So before Jeremiah was even born, the Most High sanctioned. He didn't go to no goddamn seminary school to be certified, right? No, it's already built inside of us, right? This is a part of our heritage. This is a part of our identity. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need no, because Edomites are good by saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand though. They just the Edomites are very cardinal. We spiritual people, right? So let's go here. It's like oil and water. I want to go to this mind control definition. All right, then I'm gonna close it out. It says mind control, the subversion of a person's control is a person control of his and her mind, thinking, behavior, emotions, and decisions. The image has molded our people behavior, their emotions, their decision making, right? Running out of time. Hopefully, this lesson was edifying. Call Hala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Kodash. Shalom.